But she is a queen.
She is a queen. We were going to name her Rani, Ronnie. And then a friend of mine said, oh, when I heard that, I thought you meant Rani, Rani. Oh, my little Ron, she's my Rani. So to be able to do that, I think people would want to see more of it. They want to see more of Kathryn being funny.
I was found so incredible about Kate was that she was just so normal and so grounded and so down to earth. And then I met this one.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guests today are extremely special. These ladies have been entertaining us for quite some time now, and they're super talented, extremely witty. I'm talking about the very talented Kathryn Hanh and KateHudson. Thank you. Welcome to India, and thank you for joining the show.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm very excited. I'm going to start with this game. I was extremely excited. It's been a while now. When you took to the Instagram and wrote that your daughter's name was Rani. My name's Rudrani. But I know that it was for your grandfather, Ron, and not for the Indian name Rani, which means a queen.
Well.
But she is a queen.
She is a queen. She is a queen. I mean, actually, we were going to name her Rani, Ronnie. And then a friend of mine said, oh, when I heard that, I thought you meant Rani, Rani. And I was like, oh, I love that. And I went and I looked it up. And I found out that it meant queen. And it also in Sanskrit, in Hebrew, it means she or he is singing. Yeah. And it was like this. I mean, it was just like, that was it. It was just, I was like, oh, my little Ron, she's my Rani. But, you know, and it allowed me to give her own name, which was really nice, and still have a piece of Danny's father with us. Yeah. And boy, she's living up to that name.
Oh, she is.
She is. There's a little bit of India Connect there for you. I think even more actually, not just that, right? Yeah. You've had like a lot of India Connect anyway with everything.
That's right.
Okay. I love that you also tried to use a lot of Ayurvedic products in your lines, which is amazing.
Thank you. I'm very connected to that. And I know a lot about it. Anytime you want to talk about that another time, I'm happy to talk about it.
Absolutely. Okay. Let me come to the fact that it's been 20 years of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, when it was Kathryn's first film.
Yes.
It was technically your first film and you all met in the set. So here's my question. Of course, you'll have been talking about it. I know you guys are great friends. But I want to know, 20 years, it's a long time. Okay. And you met on the sets. I want to know what has changed in the other person and what has the other person retained. You have to answer for each other.
I would say, this is a really good question. In 20 years, what has maintained in Kate is, I always thought, I mean, I grew up in Ohio, so I grew up like not around this business in any way. And what was always something that I was found so incredible about Kate was that she seemed, in the middle of like all of this, like Hollywood, like she seemed the most, she had such integrity and seemed like she's such a miracle of a person to me. I keep saying that today because she just seemed she was just so normal and so grounded and so down to earth and so positive, and has maintained that it's just there. It's like there is such she's such a positive outlook. Radiates optimism, and it comes from such a grounded place. So it's not like false. And so that I think you have maintained. and I think what has changed is that there is that just happens when a woman human becomes older, is that there is a sense of power and authorship and just like fierceness to her that is just because of becoming older, that is really remarkable to witness.
This is so, I was going to say, that's so funny that you said that, because like, for me, I'll go backwards.
Okay.
What I've seen grow in you is your sense of your power, you know, and like, and wisdom, right? Your like your ability to, your confidence. So to me, that's sort of what I feel has grown. And then what has stayed is you are a searcher. You're always looking and searching, and a connector. Like, you love to connect, you love to laugh, you love, and also your sense of humor, it just has not changed. And I feel like, you know, what the good thing is, and this says something about real friendship, is that when you've known somebody for so long, and like who they were when they were younger is still at the sort of foundation of who they are, but then you're just like a little bit like, you've just lived a little bit longer, you've been through it a little bit more, you know, you've gone through the peaks and valleys and stuff, but you're still kind of the same gal. We love each other. Is that obvious?
We really gave it to you.
I love it.
Like a group therapy session.
We're like,
it was for our therapy session.
I love that. Such interesting characters, completely crazy. I would like to know, have you ever been typecast, and how did you fight that? And of course, how you felt doing a character that is so crazy and just let go.
Typecast?
Yeah.
Have you ever been
I feel like I've been able to go all over the place.
I mean,
I'll say, in terms of being able to be all over the place as a character in this particular movie, I would just say Rian Johnson. It's because of the safety net that he created with his script.
You know, I will say this. I think that comedy is when you can hit the joke, when you can give people a laugh. It's what they long for. To laugh and to make someone laugh is actually not an easy thing to do. And when you can do it, I think people want more of it. And it's such, I mean, it took me a second in my life to be like, you know, but I've got, you know, I love playing dramatic roles. I love them. But, you know, everyone's always just wanted more comedy. And I feel like that was a real, like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to, that's something that people would like to see, because we need it. We know laughter is healing. We know that laughter changes the structure of our brain. We need to laugh together, and which, I mean, clearly we don't. So we don't laugh together. No, so that's
very serious,
tricky for our relationship. But when you have someone like Kathryn, like in this, and then in this movie, I mean, it really does highlight, you know, Kathryn. I mean, it's just, I can't with her. She just, you know. So to be able to do that, I think people would want to see more of it. They want to see more of Kathryn being funny, and more of, you know, me being funny.
Oh my God.
You know, and we both came up in a movie, how was a guy that was, you know, made people really, really laugh and feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Absolutely. I love you guys. You guys are doing incredible work. And we're looking forward, Kathryn, to WandaVision, of course. And
thank you.
Rooting for you, the two of you. Absolutely incredible work. And I enjoyed the film.
Thank you for letting us do this deep dive with you today.
I know. Really
I hope I get a more time next time, but I'll have to wrap. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Hello, everyone. I'm Rudrani, and welcome to Speak Easy. Today, the cast of the extremely funny Knives Out 2 joins me today. I'm talking about, of course, the very talented Jessica and Madelyn. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
You know, it's really exciting to see that such incredible group of actors came together to purely entertain. And that's how I look at Knives Out 2. But it's very interesting how the casting casting happened for each, particularly yours, Jessica. I think we have to thank a fan email for this, isn't it? Isn't that how Ryan sort of remembered that he owes you a big one? Why don't you go ahead and tell that?
Yeah, when I was in media studies class, I watched Brick and I fell in love, and I thought, who is this amazing director who, I mean, he made Brick when he was younger than I am now. So incredibly talented director, writer. And I wrote him a fan email and he never replied. Cut to 15 years later, I get the script for GlassOnion, and without even reading it, I say to my agent, set me a meeting with Ryan. And as soon as we were on the call together, I said, I have a bone to pick with you. And yeah, it was a really fast casting process. And once I had the role, well, the way that he told me I had the role was he wrote me an email as if he were responding to my original fan letter. So he said, dear Jessica, I'm sorry, this is so late. Thank you for all your notes on Brick. Yes, there are a lot of loopholes. Anyway, would you like to come do a film with me in Greece? It was
Oh, that's so cool.
It was really, really sweet. I think I want to print it out and frame it.
You should. And then send one to me.
Okay.
Because I want to read it.
Okay.
I think that's pretty cool. I think that's just amazing. But things do work out at the end, Jessica, so you deserve it.
Thank you.
All right, Madelyn, you of course shot to instant fame after Outer Banks, and the interesting part I think here is also that, again, you're surrounded by such incredible actors. I want to know, was there have you ever fangirled ever? And was there anything intimidating in the set? Because, there were so many people. You, of course, yourself is talented, but, with the kind of people that you were surrounded.
I was definitely internally fangirling, but I didn't want to externally fangirl. I had to tell myself to keep my cool, because I am such a fan for everyone. There wasn't everyone. I'm such a fan of all of the actors on this cast. And I grew up watching them and really admiring their work. And so I was kind of pinching myself, but after we got into it and after we, got to know each other and spent time together, we, then it became, a very personal experience. And I learned that they are not only wonderful actors, they're wonderful people as well. And then I met this one.
I love that. I guess the camaraderie kind of also shows on screen. I'm sure you guys had a lot of fun. All the very best. That's my time. Thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you.
Sending you guys a lot of love. And thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.